just hope we all make it to the end of this as still friends.
Oh no,
the vibe right now.
It's tense.
Y'all are getting killed. It's Sunday.
Oh, here we go.
It's one of those days. It's not Monday.
Whoa, that's an astute observation.
But we're still gonna get with the shits.
This is not gonna be good.
You guys have really upset me this week. Everyone's upset me this week. I hate everyone. I really do hate everyone.
We can't
from the bottom of my heart. I hate everyone.
This can't be how you're gonna be all upset.
I was trying to think about my New Year's resolutions, and I was trying to be a better person in terms of how we analyze the game and how I watch the game and ignore people's comments, and I can't. I have a problem.
That would make this less fun.
I'll mute you for an hour, then unmute you to see what stupid shit you said.
You're so petty. You're so petty.
I did that this weekend. I'm really upset with all of you. And today is one of those days. I feel like no one's really saying anything. Everyone wants to sugarcoat everything. We're giving people passes. We shouldn't be giving people passes. It's 2019 for us. It's 2018 for our special guest. And I don't even care if the mics are on. I don't even care if you guys are ready this week.
Take it away.
I was gonna tell you to check the mics.
Check the camera.
I always hate when rappers before they're about to do a freestyle. Is the mic on? Check.
I enjoy the ad libs.
Turn me up.
I like the ad
Get the bass right.
Just because I would be the engineer, so I'd want to get a little bit of love.
I'm not giving you any love. Not today.
Okay.
Not today.
This is
not today. You know what's funny about this is that you guys are gonna be the one that are upset by the end of this, and I'm gonna be one that's happy. Because I live for this. I like when everyone's upset because we all need to be upset.
Why?
Because on a weekend like this weekend, we all need to be upset. We all need to be upset.
But you got to put yourself in everybody else's shoes.
No,
listening to this.
I don't want to be in everyone else's shoes.
It's gonna be Christmas Eve tomorrow morning.
I don't care.
People are supposed to be happy, and they're gonna listen to you be mad.
That's right. The festive bag gets put to the side.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not in my festive bag.
Oh, maybe at the end of this you will be.
Nope.
I tried.
I should have came with the Christmas.
I'm taking
playlist.
down the tree. There's no tree in here. How can I be? I'm still killing you for not putting up the Christmas tree.
See? I told you to need a tree.
Yeah. You're at home.
Don't defend him. Anyways, you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Special guest, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Mic's on.
Mic's on.
Cameras on.
Yep.
I don't even want to start this. I'm so scared. It's the InnerViews Podcast, episode number 51, live and direct from Toronto. It's Sunday evening. It's dark. It's cold. The snow hasn't come yet. We're 2 days away from Christmas. When you listen to this, we'll probably be 1 day away from Christmas. I'm not alone. We got a special guest here. I'm here with Dapper Dan. Fabulous Fabs is here. Can I call you Fabs?
No, that's not allowed.
The heartbeat Fabs is here.
Based on the look that those two guys gave me, that they might be calling me that.
It's just the way you're dressed today. It's like Dapper Dan, Fabulous Fabs.
No, I'm not rolling.
Well, fine. If you're not rolling, Laura's here. Laura, we're very happy to have you here. You are the first guest of the New and Improved InnerViews Podcast.
So honored.
You should be.
Yeah.
I mean, we work hard.
You do.
And we've been waiting to have a guest.
Just know that everybody else who's ever come on here, something terrible happens to them.
They never come back.
So I don't know.
We got one guy in Chile.
Hey, he's fighting people.
Wait. How do you go on vacation when you're on vacation?
Yo, he's so trash.
Did you? Because I see that. I was like, you can't go on vacation while you're on vacation.
He went on vacation.
I'm in Chile, but I'm going on vacation to Uruguay. Shut up, BP.
Oh,
BP's a loser. I don't know why you guys still cape for him.
I just think he'll beat your ass, but
It's definitely not happening.
when you come back, I hope you guys will.
We will. I told you. I messaged him telling him that I'm putting him in a chokehold.
What did he say? Merry Christmas?
I'm just talking about Fellaini. I was like,
oh, okay.
yeah. It's been a big week for him. I mean, with all the United stuff. United are very smart. They kind of purposely fired Mourinho the day after we did the podcast. Because they knew. I
was so disappointed.
You guys were, if you guys want to say you were right, you guys could say that you were right.
I was right.
Dad wasted no time with that one. He's been waiting for that one for 7 days now.
Look, man.
I was right. I was wrong about Napoli, but I was sure as hell right about Mourinho.
You guys good? I every week I ask you guys if you guys are good. Yeah, I'm good. How was your weekend? Oh, I didn't really do anything. Laura, how was your weekend?
Yeah, it was really good.
How's it feel to be back?
Amazing. I'm so happy to be home.
She's already better than both of you
Yeah.
guys. Oh,
Damn
what
it.
else? What else would we do? Just sit home and watch soccer?
Damn it. Making me
I
look
just
bad.
stayed in. Oh, come on, guys.
Yep.
Do a bit better.
I had some people over. Does that count?
No. No, I'm joking. Did you guys have a good time?
Yeah. That was good to see them.
Was
It
it
was
a-
like a half-assed. Yeah.
It was nice to have
So it takes Laura to come for.
Yeah, it's for people to come to the house. Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's very
not
telling.
true.
Fair
That's
enough.
not true.
That's telling, Dan.
And you know what? Let's be honest. They came just to see her. They didn't come to see me.
Actually, they did come just to see me.
Don't laugh at him.
That's
So
fair.
it feels good to be back. You're not in Manchester.
I'm not.
Am I allowed to say that you were in Manchester?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Some people don't want people to know about their whereabouts.
This definitely would have been a great week to be in Manchester.
Yeah.
Why?
Because we're going to take you back to Manchester.
Unfortunately, you haven't left
Yeah.
for at least 20 minutes.
We're just getting started. Normally here on the podcast, I ask how the guys are doing, ask how their week was,
And
ask
then-
if anything caught their eye.
And we usually say,
Pretty much. I feel like I'd ask Laura first, but I don't know. I feel like just being here is good enough for you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so much better than being in the UK. It's fun, but I've had my fun and I'm ready to come back to Canada.
We might have to trade you. I'm playing. Dan. Dan, you're a key component to this entire operation.
key cog.
You guys have... Anyways, you guys have anything to say?
No,
Anything
because
special
you,
happened this weekend?
because you don't care. So
I don't, but like...
there you go. So then there's my answer.
Okay, fair enough. Since, with that being said, I mean, like, you guys suck. You guys really suck.
Because I didn't do shit. I never do nothing.
Okay. And Dan,
No, my sister's back.
that's good enough.
That's my Christmas.
You're
present.
you're so
Oh,
cute.
wow.
Oh.
Cheese it up.
Oh.
Last week you were talking all this. I mean, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Christmas shopping done? Yes.
No,
Fabs has one more to get.
no. Tomorrow morning.
Good for you.
Just wait till you see your Christmas gift. Ooh,
Ooh.
I got you a good gift this year.
I'll be the judge.
Actually, I got you a good one last year too. The PlayStation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shout out to my sister. She always gives me good Christmas gifts. I have to give her that.
I need to sign up to be a part of this family.
Yeah, I told you. This is why we're trading them.
Actually, her last 2 Christmas gifts have been good.
Damn.
Yeah, the PlayStation was last year, and then the year, I think it was the year before that, was the trip to Juve against Torino.
What?
See,
We're gonna.
I have trash family. Wow.
Yeah.
actually.
Fabs trash.
Oh my gosh.
Can I tell the story about how we almost got killed in Manchester?
Yeah.
Okay. So my sister and I almost got killed in Manchester. I hope mom doesn't listen to this one.
I've never seen someone smile about almost getting killed.
Mama Caps, turn the volume down for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah. So we were in Manchester 2 years ago, 2.5, and we wanted to go to the Champions League game, Barcelona City. So we wanted to get in, and we were going to scalp some tickets. And so we went to this guy. He wanted, I think, £200 each for the tickets. So
Each.
Mhm.
So we're like, no way. So it was maybe like 5 minutes before. He sees us again, and he's like, £100. I'm like, £100 for both, not each. And he's like, okay. So I said to my sister, what do you think? She said, fine. So we didn't have enough cash on us, so we were gonna go to the ATM at the
Asda.
Asda.
Which is Walmart.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. So we're on our way there, and as we're walking there, we hear the Champions League anthem already go off. So I look at my sister and I'm like, wow, that was the best part. Just to hear the anthem, right?
Yo.
I wanted to be inside the stadium for the anthem.
That's so trash.
you are no.
Okay.
We're not giving you a pass for that.
Watching Messi
No, yeah,
or
okay.
listening to the
No,
anthem.
but before the anthem. So, anyways, the anthem goes off. We're not even close to the Asda yet, right? So by the time we were going to go to the Asda, come back, we were probably been easily half an hour into this.
Messi already hit them with the hat trick.
Yeah, exactly, right? So, anyways, at that point, I'm like, you know what, Laura? Like, let's forget it. Let's go. Let's just go home, right? Anyways, so this guy was waiting for us at the entrance after we left the Asda. So we went the other way. So we walked back, and then the only way to get back home was that we had to go through where the stadium was to get to the tram. So, anyways, we're walking kind of like, not at a brisk pace, but we look over and we see this guy that we stood up for the tickets, and he said, he's like, let's get them. So my sister and I book it to the tram. Okay.
You had scalpers chasing you guys?
Yeah. I've never run so fast
I've
in my
never run
life.
so fast in my life.
Well, how many of them was there?
Yeah, it was two.
Two or three.
2 or 3.
Dan almost got killed by the scalper gang.
So we made it to the tram. Lucky for us, the tram was already there. We got in as the door shut.
It's like you guys had one of those movie moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
sister and I have never run so
You're
fast.
you're so lucky you're with your sister. I would have killed you.
It's like Home Alone running from Pesci.
You did the right thing here, but you're so lucky.
I know. That was the Christmas story.
I'm happy that you guys are alive.
I know.
Thanks.
Happy you guys survived that. Never stand up a scalper.
No.
That's the lesson learned here.
No, I think the moral of the story is they missed Barcelona City.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
That's unfortunate.
They don't care about City. It's not the United way.
I've seen City Juve Champions League.
Wow.
Flex. Just flex on us.
Just kill us.
Yeah. So
Fabs,
much
what
cooler
have,
than
what
us.
have we seen lately? TFC,
I watched one TFC game last season.
Hey.
arena soccer,
If that's your thing. that's
hanger
not mine.
soccer. I didn't see no Manchester City against Juve.
Did you go see the arena soccer?
No.
What is it?
I can't
Is it Soccer Metro Stars?
I can't kill them because I know people on there. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'll give it a pass.
I'll kill them later. Well, I can't kill them
It's a
yet.
very liberal answer. I'll let you roll with that
Yeah,
one.
we're not killing them yet. But we got a lot to get into, and since you guys really want to deep dive into everything, and I feel like some people may be upset that we talk about our boring lives and we don't get into the shits right away, which is understandable. So this week for you guys, it's Christmas. We're gonna do the good deed. We're gonna be the good people. Actually, I was thinking about Santa the other day. I don't know why. I was thinking about Santa.
Okay.
Yo,
And I want to know in which context.
Yeah.
pause. Chill.
No, I don't mean like that. Like, when did it hit you to think about Santa Claus?
It was just on TV, and he was taking pictures, and they were talking about what time Santa's gonna arrive
Okay.
down your chimney. Yo, Santa could never come down my chimney. Pause. Ever. I just want to make that clear.
You're not leaving the cookies in the milk?
No. And if I'm the father, I would never let Santa come down the chimney for my kid.
Are you that
So
self-conscious?
you're gonna ruin the Christmas for your son.
Yeah.
You're gonna ruin it from early.
Don't let them put out milk and cookies.
No,
That's
No?
no, he can put them out, but I'm eating them.
That's what most parents do.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
yeah, but no
You still
Santa.
got to let them believe, at least for a few years.
Hmm.
And then you got to just crush their dreams,
Is
just
that,
like life
is
does.
that still a thing?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Do kids still believe in Santa?
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There's a Santa Claus parade every year in the city.
Good
You know the
point.
whole magic of Christmas.
Yeah.
No, I'm the Grinch.
There's no magic.
You are
There's no
definitely-
magic here.
I'm the
You're
Grinch.
definitely the
I'm the
Grinch.
Grinch. Santa gotta go. It's not coming down my chimney ever.
No Tooth Fairy, no Santa Claus for
No,
your
Tooth
kids?
Fairy's cool. That's fine.
Wait.
Tooth Fairy
Yeah, so how can you be okay with somebody who takes your teeth and gives you money, but you're not okay with the guy who gives kids gifts?
I said I just don't want him coming down my chimney.
What if he uses the front door?
Santa never used the front door. Who told you that story?
I'm trying to bend the truth to help you out here. okay?
Anyways, yeah, people care. People don't want to hear about our lives and our stories. They want to know the deep dive. They want to know what's popping. So since no one else has anything to say, Laura's the guest, so we got to let her ease in. Next week, she could share her Toronto stories about who she met up with and what she did and how her festive period was since Dan won't be here. And yeah, with that being said, since no one else has anything to say, Fabs.
Oh, hang on. You
Oh,
don't
whoa,
Yeah.
yeah! Shout out to the YouTube subscribers.
Are
Shout
you-
out to the Facebook followers and likers. Shout out to all the podcast listeners, all the video watchers, all the people on Instagram. Shout out to all the people on Twitter that have a lot to say that we're going to get to in a bit. Shout out to all the independent women, independent men. Shout out to all those people that believe in Santa Claus and in Christmas. Shout out to everyone hustling on the final days before Christmas. Shout out to, there was someone I was supposed to shout out, but I forgot already. They clearly weren't important. I'll remember sometime
Damn.
a few days later and shout them out again.
Damn.
Shout out to all the Toronto podcasts. Shout out to the Clip Draw Gang. Shout out to all the soccer podcasts doing their thing. Today, we're getting to it first, so you guys have to listen to us and try and match that. This is the best Toronto soccer podcast. This is the best soccer/football podcast in the world. And no one else. Do you listen to any Toronto podcast, Laura? Nothing?
Yours.
Well, thank you, because we're the best. Do you listen to any other soccer, football podcast? What podcast do you listen to?
Oh God, they're all like, to be honest, like dating and relationship type ones.
Oh, see, I always told you we should do one of those.
She's not ready for our dating advice. She doesn't want me to. She does not want me to.
Hey, I'm the only one in this room getting married. I trump everybody's advice here.
She doesn't want me to get into my bag.
That would be so entertaining.
That's after camera.
We might only get like 2 episodes in.
Yeah,
because we'd say some politically incorrect stuff. But
we get shut down.
But I would justify it.
That's fair.
We would feel tested.
That's fair.
Sure.
Okay.
Go for it.
We're going to talk about that after.
Yeah, okay.
That's an interesting topic. I like that. Well, yeah, we're the best Toronto soccer podcast, so we're happy to have you here. And we're the best soccer/footy podcast in the world. We stick by that. My mom may not agree with it, but at the end of the day,
shout out to your mom.
Shout out to my mom.
And shout out to Mama and Papa Caps. You guys have raised two fine kids.
She's
very distinguished.
She's like blushing right now.
Very distinguished
Fabs,
kids.
You're such a sweetheart. Yo, Fabs, get out of here.
I was always the kid. I was always the kid who the other parents said they wanted their kids to be like. Now you know why.
This guy's lying. No, he's actually right.
I definitely am.
My parents would take you in. They'd do a trade.
Can't trade me for your little brother. I've seen his moves. I can't do what he does.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
No.
Yeah.
Don't ever shout about.
Yeah.
You'd be like, yeah, you know me. Shake it, doing like some stupid dance move. Yeah.
Be hitting the floss.
Yeah, forget him. Well, yeah, with that being said, we shouted out everyone. You guys already know what it is. iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, any Android device for the Android users using whatever podcast Android app there is. You can find us there, the InnerViews Podcast. This is episode 51. And since Fabs doesn't want to hit it, I may have to hit it myself. Fabs, hit it, man. The InnerViews Podcast, episode number 51. It's been a really crazy week. We got a lot to talk about. I'm very upset. Laura's here, so I really got to get my shit on. So, guys, Laura, what matters?
I think we all know where we're going.
Where are we going this week? We miss Mourinho. And I
think I'm a special one.
I think he's special too.
I think that's the last time we might hear that for a couple months.
You see like everyone's like, oh, well, Mourinho's not going to get another big job. This was it. Tactics are outdated. He's done. He's finished.
I think he doesn't want another big job for now.
You guys agree with that?
I just think he doesn't want it.
No, you know Dad don't think that.
Where's he going to go at this point of the season?
Well, yeah, right now, obviously.
That's all I mean. Like in the summer, he's definitely somebody's giving him the bag.
He's going to Madrid. You heard it here first.
Dan's inside scoop.
Yo, didn't Dan like 20 minutes ago said he's not saying any more hot takes? He goes and gives you that.
Screw it.
Madrid hires Poch.
Oh God, I hope not.
Shit, I'm wrong again.
Damn it, it's Napoli all over again. No, I think I definitely don't. I don't see him going to anywhere until the summer. But I don't know why. I think Madrid would be the. I would say they would be the front runner. Because Solari is not going to be there until after, or at least until the end of the year. That's about it. I don't see him taking that job for the long run. So, I mean, would he go to Spurs? Probably not.
That would be wild.
Could he go back to Inter? Yeah, maybe.
Spalletti might not make it to the end of the year.
Yeah. So
yeah, we're getting to that soon.
So that could be interesting. He would go there. The problem with Inter is that he had so much success there. They won the treble while he was there. I don't know if he would want to go back and ruin or possibly ruin his reputation there. I think Inter, out of all of the other places that he manages, maybe with the exception of Porto, has a special place in his heart. So if the Inter job came available, I don't think he would take it. But if I see him going anywhere, I see him going to Madrid.
Everyone says Simeone's job is that Inter job, so that's right. That's why I would rule him out of that. Obviously, there's Madrid. There's Atletico. Don't see that. There's PSG down the line. Who knows? I'm not really too focused on him. I don't think his next job is the big story here. You guys were right. I'll give you guys your due. You guys said that he would get fired. You were in the minority because I feel like after everyone had their say on it, the consensus was no one thought that United would do it because they've never, like I said, they've never really sacked a manager midway through the season. It's just not how they do things. So for them to do that, whether it was mutual consent or not, however they want to spice it up, that's how they went about it. And I have a big problem with it. I mean, I understand why they had to pull the trigger, but it goes down back to the point where the players have too much power. Especially after I saw Paul's little tweet, his little accidental Instagram post or tweet, and then
Caption
this, you loser.
Who would win in a fight?
I think Paul would beat him still. Paul would beat his ass.
I don't know. He's got that old man strength.
Paul would beat his ass. Paul would beat him up.
Okay.
I think Paul would beat him up. It's just.
Is this a win for the players? Is that what you're saying?
They're losers. If that's where we're going with this, if that's really where we're going with this, then I have to say they're losers. What happened to the days where, you do whatever the manager tells you to do? What happened to the days where you fight for the badge? As cliche as I may be, I don't agree with it, but what happened to those days?
They're gone.
They're gone.
And that's the biggest problem.
How are you going to listen to a guy who makes exponentially less money than you?
You see, I would be okay with it if the players had done something in the past to justify that perhaps, maybe he's not playing them the right way, or perhaps he's not getting the best out of them like other managers did. But like I said last week, who are these guys? Who is Anthony Martial, Marcus Rashford, Lingard, Lukaku, Pogba, not even Matic, Herrera, whoever was in that, Luke Shaw. Like, what have they done, right? That's where we're going with this. I don't like where it's going. At the end of the day, people were like, oh, well, he shouldn't have called them out publicly. Is that really a big deal?
I think him as a manager, you would know your players. You have to know your players to know if you can do that or not.
Yeah.
Because some people react to that in a positive way, others react to it in a negative way. So Paul doesn't strike me as a type of Paul or Anthony. They don't strike me as players that will react well to that.
Yeah.
And clearly it showed.
I don't think in general you should call out somebody publicly. I know that they're in a different, let's say, job that we are in. But if we look at the end of the day, it's their job. So can you imagine being called out publicly in your job right now? And I wouldn't like that if my boss called me out on the public platform of where I work. So I cannot imagine they like being called out. So on that aspect, I don't agree with Mourinho calling the players out. But on the other hand, I think the players stopped playing for him, and that's not right either. Because if you go back to our job, our real jobs, if I stopped working at my company, I'd be fired right away.
Yeah.
If I come into work and perform like Paul did on the field, I'd be fired. And on that side of things, that's where I feel bad for Mourinho, because those players gave up on him. And that's where I feel a little bit sorry for Mourinho. And I don't want to look at the result that happened against Cardiff and put any value in on that performance, because A, it's Cardiff, and B, it's Cardiff. So I will stop that right there. If they put a string of victories together against some quality opponents, we'll judge them after on that.
You're not having the new manager bounce?
No.
The new manager swagger?
No, because I think my co-ed team could beat Cardiff.
The new manager drip? You didn't see the spring in Paul's step? You didn't see the flashiness in those 5-yard passes?
They were impressive.
He wasn't getting it off?
No.
That sounded so wrong. But like Herrera's goal didn't give you any glimmer of hope. It wasn't the United way.
No.
They're not back.
No.
Well, it convinced a lot of people.
Yeah. What is the United way? I think that's a bigger question.
That swashbuckling football that the John Champion.
Anytime someone hits you with the word swashbuckling, you got to check that person and be like, What?
This is in 1950.
Listen,
pal.
man. I've always found that interesting, the United Way. Because if we go to Manchester, I would want to ask all those on the red side, what is the United Way? And I feel like if we asked them that question, you would get so many different answers because they don't know what the United Way is.
But I think the common answer would be winning.
But there's no United Way.
But it doesn't matter how you get it done. It's just winning.
Oh,
And I think that's been their biggest issue, is that he no longer was able to get results.
and they got tired and fed up.
So I'll play devil's advocate. Is it the players finally being unlocked? Or, I'm going to be that guy. No, I want to be that guy. I want to hear your side. Yeah, I'm going to be that guy.
No, man.
Not against. I don't think you can say that against Cardiff, because Cardiff is so, and we've killed Cardiff on this podcast so many times. So no, I'm not going to give them that, especially not against Cardiff. Now, if they start putting some results together against some quality opponents, and I don't know who they play. Do you have who they play next, Fab? Because I know they have an easy run of fixtures.
They're losing next week.
They play Huddersfield and Bournemouth next.
Oh, that new manager drip. It's coming.
And then
This is the Solari thing all over again.
yeah,
That's exactly what this is.
because they have like
They
I
have
said,
Huddersfield, Bournemouth, Newcastle, Spurs, Brighton, Burnley, Leicester.
Oh.
They play Liverpool in the new year, in
All
February.
I gotta say is your top four is looking promising. No, I had a big problem with it because you have guys like Jim and John and Daniel and
not this Daniel.
no, not this Daniel, the other Daniel Story and Gerard. No, Gerard or I don't know how you pronounce his name. I get to name call. You guys don't. Any person that I name call, that has no reflection on you. I name call them because I don't care.
Okay.
So I'm gonna name call them.
Literally everybody.
Yeah.
This is what you should say.
Yeah.
Everybody on that NSMBC podcast.
It's bigger than that. Like United fans, if they're happy with the results, they get a pass. If I was a United fan, I'd be happy. We just scored 5 goals.
Exactly.
Who knows when we're ever gonna score 5 goals again?
When was the last time? Like 5 years ago?
Yeah.
It was
You
Ferguson's last game.
Even though. Okay, the 5 goals is not important.
That's what I'm saying.
They're
though.
losers. We just hit Fulham with 4, but we want 5.
Yeah.
I compare those 2 games the same way. I feel like if Mourinho was there, they would probably beat Cardiff by the same result.
Yeah.
Like Cardiff is that bad. Cardiff is arguably the worst team in the league. You don't know how they're gonna score if it's not a set piece. They rely on the long throw from your boy Gunnarsson.
The Icelandic.
Like, if you ever rely on a long throw as one of your main routes to
you
goal,
think they practice that one?
Oh, for sure they do.
if you practice that on the training ground,
If that's a scheme of yours,
Yeah.
you got
long throw, guys.
you got a big
yeah,
problem.
there's bigger issues.
Sorry, Junior. Sorry, Danny. Like, come on, man. We know how bad Cardiff is, which is why Dan is right. And I never say that.
Oh, Jesus,
But
this is 2019.
this
or
really
come
is a
early.
new year.
Holy.
Dan is right. Like we're not gonna come out here and try to feed you this hoopla that United is back, because they're not. One game against Cardiff, Fulham, Huddersfield. Who else is in that bottom half?
Burnley?
Southampton.
No, we're not
Southampton?
killing Southampton.
No, I think they have games against Southampton too.
Oh, well, my
Newcastle?
boy Danny's gonna kill them.
Get Danny Ings the hell out of here.
Yo, Danny's got 7 goals. Eden has 8.
You weren't supposed to bring that up.
I'll play with you, Fabs. But like we can't take much stock into that. I'm not taking much
I'm
stock
with you
into
guys.
that.
I just want to play their side.
No one should take stock into that. United fans could take stock into that because they're optimistic. They want to have hope. They want to win, and a win's a win for them. So like, we can't kill you, but you can't expect other people not to assess that win and not put much value into it. That's my thing. That's my biggest thing. And fans are so sensitive nowadays. Are you guys that sensitive when I talk bad about Porto and Juve in the group chat?
Sometimes I go home and cry.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Are you guys that sensitive?
You know why fans are sensitive? Because they're not aware.
Or they're delusional.
Exactly. That goes with self-awareness.
Yeah.
No, they really
No,
can't. In 2019.
But who can take criticism nowadays?
Nobody.
You can't say nothing about nobody, no topics, nothing. Your opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Only my opinion matters. That's the new age of thinking. Exactly. And that's where a lot of these players are coming from.
That's why they act the way they do.
Exactly.
And that's why the commentators and the media feed into all this BS about United being back. They were praising Pogba's passes. They were yo, that's the craziest thing. This is the Paul Pogba that we've always wanted. You see the verve, you see the passion, how
70 million for a 5-yard pass.
those long strides. We didn't see that with Mourinho. Shut up, John. Shut up, Jim. Like, they were really selling the product. I was like, yo, man.
And that's where my whole United is still the biggest team on the planet comes from. Because look how hard they're selling this.
They want them to be great so
they
badly.
Need it. The Premier League needs
because
Manchester
it is
United to be
so good for the league.
Yep. And at the end of the day, it sells tickets. It pushes merchandise. It makes the league look good. And at the end of the day, that's what matters.
That's why I'm cut from a different cloth.
Well, I don't care about it either.
I don't give a damn.
I care about the product.
I don't care.
If you suck, you suck. If you're good, you're good.
Yeah.
We'll kill you anyway.
Nothing against Cardiff blew my mind.
Yeah. No, there was not one thing that you could take from that game. They were hyping the goal. No, that was a brilliant goal. Great team.
And they
team
celebrated
goal.
that one so well.
Yeah. I was like,
The second one?
And
buddy, that took a wild deflection.
Gerard was like, oh, when the shackles are finally taken off and they're allowed to shoot. Was Jose telling them not to shoot? Shut up, man. Like, yo, this is Laura. This is what we were seeing, and I'm just like, yo, what are we doing here? What are we really doing here? And then when you say something, oh, you're hating on United.
Yep.
And it's like, I don't think you could hate on a team that's like 6th or 7th. Is that a thing?
6th.
No. Would I be a hater if I told you that Roma is really bad?
Leave Roma.
Too soon.
Would I be
No, because Roma is really bad.
Would I be a hater if I named out all the flaws that Lazio has?
Fascism?
Or yo, chill.
Getting political. Holy.
Or all the problems that Alaves has. You know, like, that's my thing. Look, we're here, and on this platform and on my Twitter account, we kill everyone. Every single one. Your team is going to get killed at some point. I feel like I got to address this to the camera. We're gonna kill your team at some point throughout this year, no matter whether you like it or not, okay? Because there's a good chance that at 1 week your team is going to suck. And we're going to tell you that your team sucks. Because that is how it should be. We should not sugarcoat anything, because if we're doing that, then what are you getting out of it? Why would we lie to you? We're not here to lie. We're not going to do what Jim and John were doing. I like saying their name because it just flows well together. Jim and John.
That's
John
definitely
and
why
Jim.
You'll enjoy Jim. No, John, because he'll be doing all of the MLS games this year.
No.
So your boys at Atlanta United, you'll be watching them with John.
No.
John Champion.
Yo, John is going to sell Rooney so hard for the sake of selling Rooney. So, no, I don't want to hear it. We're going to tell your team is bad because they are bad. We're going to kill them because they need to be killed. That is the game. That is the analysis. If they're good, we're going to tell you that they're good. There's no hate. There's nothing there. And that's just how it goes. United, they didn't show us anything. Cardiff, they are really bad. Kudos to United for winning. Shout out to them. The Mourinho thing, my biggest thing with the Mourinho thing before we end it is the fact that, like I said, the age where players have to follow the coach's instructions or have to deliver for the coach, it's like dead.
If that's the case, can he find another big job?
It's dead.
I think he might. I think if he doesn't go to Madrid,
because at Madrid you're dealing with players that have won. So if the guys who haven't won aren't going to listen to you, why are the guys who have won going to listen to you?
I would hope they have some ambition. I just put myself in the shoes of like me, and I didn't even play at a high level. I just put myself, whereas if the coach told me to do this,
you did it.
I'm going to do it because I want to win. I'm not going to, like, everyone obviously wants to have the team built around them and have it their way. But if you're not winning, then you're going to feel some type of way about it. And if it's proven that you can't win doing it your way, then there has to come a point where you grow up and you realize that you have to do it the manager's way. Mm-hmm. Jurgen may not kill his players in public, but there's a level of respect there And I don't think it has to be more than just the style.
I don't know. He's always yelling at somebody.
He's yelling at someone. Pep too.
Every time they pan to him, he's freaking out, and it can't always be the ref.
Yeah.
No.
So to me, I have to look at the players and hold them accountable. Because at the end of the day, if you want to win, if you're a true winner, then if Mourinho tells you that you got to track back and do this and follow X player across the pitch, then you do that. I don't know. I'm not sold on the appointment of Solskjaer, and I think that it's a very odd signing. And I don't think that the new manager drip is going to last long.
So what does he have to do to get a full-time job?
Oh, he's not getting a full-time job there. They're going to go after Poch.
If he somehow sneaks them into the top 4, he doesn't stay full-time?
No.
Long term, it's just not going to work.
No.
We see this happen all the time. But Fabs does raise a point where if they do sneak in, then
I think he's
unless it's Poch, because then I think you obviously have to go with Maurizio.
But hold on. Who the hell says that Poch is not the Madrid front runner? And who's the hell to say that he's not going to choose Madrid over United? And why the hell do they want Poch so badly?
But who's to say that he leaves Spurs?
Oh, he's a loser if he doesn't leave Spurs.
No, I don't think.
You want to talk about ambition?
Yeah, you talk about ambition.
Listen,
Poch is a clown if he doesn't leave Spurs. But you want to know what? To Dan's point, people think that just because you're able to achieve something with minimal resources at a small club means that you could do it with unlimited resources and big players. And it's not like that. This ain't FIFA. It's not like, oh, well, I killed you with the level 68 player, so when I get the level 88 player, it's done. It doesn't work like that. People are so stupid. Like, it doesn't work like that.
Because those guys don't listen.
We've seen coaches that have performed. David Moyes is a great example.
Mm-hmm.
Able to squeeze the most out of that limited Everton side with Fellaini as one and Jelovic as like their main goal scoring threats. Steven Pienaar, Gosling, and then he goes to United and he can't get them to work. It just doesn't work like that. So I want to know why Poch is this hot commodity.
That's right. That's what was my point. I don't think he leaves. I don't think he leaves Spurs at the end of this year. I honestly, he might, but I think it's going to take a lot of convincing to get him to leave that Spurs team. That's a good Spurs team. Does he have the resources that he would have at Madrid or United? No, absolutely not. But that is a very good Spurs team.
So you're not going with John and Jim and as if, oh, well, you can't turn down the United job. It only comes once in a lifetime. They're so corny. You're not going with them?
No. If honestly, if I'm him and I have the choice between staying at Spurs, United, or Madrid, Madrid is over United for me.
Of course.
Madrid is over United. And otherwise it's it's Madrid or I'm staying at Spurs. That's if I was Pochettino, that's my choice.
I'm not rolling.
I'm only going with Dan because Dan's like the only person that thinks that. I hope it works out for him.
I definitely don't agree with that one.
So you think he takes?
I'm not starting off every season trying just to make the top 4. Personally, as an ambitious person, that can't be my ambition every season to just stay in the top 4 and do the best with minimal resources. I want to win the league. You're not going to win the league with Spurs. It's not
How many points back are they?
There's 6.
Okay.
They're not winning the league.
Tell that to kill that talk.
Listen, kill that talk.
I let you say that they're the 3rd best team in England, but you're not going to tell me they're going to win the league.
No, but they're in the title hunt. I'm going to throw them in there.
No, they're not.
Tell them, Laura.
Laura, hit him with the smoke.
Hit him with the Manchester talk.
Listen,
they are not.
No. They are in the talk.
Okay, just wait till Son goes away for his South Korean China games, and then they're not going to have anybody to come off the bench.
Spurs could be top of the league in February, and they're not in the title hunt. I'm sorry, they're not there.
They are. I'm not telling you they're going to win the league, but they're in the title hunt.
But that's my argument, though, with the Poch thing. Is their ambition really to win the league? Like, do they start off the season saying, we want to win the league? Is that a realistic ambition? If I'm taking the United job, that is a realistic ambition. Because that's what my board is expecting. I don't think the Spurs board is expecting to win a league.
You know what? But they should have won the league 2 years ago when they bottled it against Leicester.
Yeah,
that was their chance.
Yeah,
and I'm not arguing with you against that. But going forward,
You see, then they were in the title race. Then there ain't no title race now. Yo, Dad, I'm not having that.
The two teams ahead of them are just too good, in my opinion, for them to be in that race.
They are too good. I'm not saying that they have a chance to win the league.
So they're not in the title race.
I'm just saying they are in the race. Mathematically, they're only 6 points back.
Yeah, Dan's a math guy.
Don't hit me with the mathematics.
Dan's a math guy.
They're only 6 points back.
Dan's a math guy.
I'm throwing them in the title chase.
We'll see where they stand after the next 3 games.
That's fine. And if
January 4th or 3rd.
Yeah. Well,
when they're like 9 back at that point.
Oh God, that is like my Napoli prediction.
Yeah.
Dan, don't be fooled by beating up a poor Everton side.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, they put up a tennis score today.
Everton's trash. I've been telling y'all since August.
You think Tom Davies and Andre Gomes are going to stop that front four?
Come on.
Hey, listen, they took the lead.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I think
thanks.
Jordan Pickford, Calamity Pickford.
Yeah, he gave it right back to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the least of their worries. They did not track one run from those front four from midfield.
No, zero.
Andre Gomes isn't going to give you that. Tom Davies isn't going to give you that. They can't play a two-man midfield against top teams.
Kurt Zuma's your starting center back. You're not winning anything.
Where's Thierry?
You know? Thierry's been sucking. So
he's gone from Barcelona to Everton.
They had to put him on ice for a week.
Life comes at you fast.
Yeah. No, so none of that. My thing with Poch is that if you go, United could technically be considered a step back.
From Spurs?
Not in terms of like how big United is, but in terms of what Spurs have achieved, right?
At this moment.
Not
because all it takes is for next season Poch to go there and they make 2 signings and then that changes.
Yeah,
because I feel like if they get a new coach, then it's on. Then you have to give him a bankroll.
Yeah, obviously
you have to. You can't bring him in and be like, "Okay, you're getting the Spurs budget."
Oh no,
you can't do that to the guy.
That would be wild.
Can you imagine?
But like, I just stick to my point that I don't know if he's that guy. He has shown us, we don't know if he's that guy, which is why it's crazy that he's the front runner.
The quote unquote front runner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But is there really a front runner out there? Who could they really turn to?
I don't know. I don't like to talk about managers halfway through a season because we don't know who's going to get axed and what jobs are going to be available.
But I'm just saying
a lot of top jobs might be available come the summer.
I'm just saying in general.
Like Max?
Yeah. Juventus, Bayern, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan. These could all be jobs that are available in the summer.
But I'm just saying in general, like, is there really a manager out there that let's even employed, like, who would go there and really shake things up besides the 2 guys that are already in that league that wouldn't switch over? I don't really think of anyone out there that
Max at United.
I don't think Max
would that work.
I don't think Max could build. I think Max could put the final sauce on it. Like he puts on that final layer.
So he's like the chef. He's not the sous chef, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that.
I don't know. Dan could counter that if he wants to, but I felt like Conte built that, and then Max added like the whipped cream, you know,
and the cherry.
Yeah,
yeah.
Max and then Max is a pragmatist, so he's able to tinker with it. But I felt like Conte built the foundation.
Yeah, the base was there when Max took it over.
Let's not be fooled. United has no base.
Okay.
United has no base. Sorry, Ander. Sorry, Nemanja.
Well, you know what? I heard this great quote by a friend of mine. If you buy too many Europa League players, you end up in the Europa League. And
who's his friend?
Christian Jack. So,
I'm snitching on you. I'm gonna tell him you said that. I'm gonna cut the clip and send it to him.
That's right. Cut the clip
to get verification.
Yeah,
did you say this?
Is this your quote?
It is.
Christian
He's
Jack.
Gonna tag him and everything.
It is. If you buy too many Europa League players, you end up in the Europa League. And
is Paul a Europa League player?
At this point,
yeah, we have to have a discussion. Yeah, we could have a discussion about that.
Luke Shaw, he's a Europa League player.
Is Romelu
yes,
he's a Europa League player?
Yep,
that's a lot of money for a Europa League player.
But
they got finessed.
Yeah, Fellaini is a Europa League player.
He's not going to let you talk about Fellaini.
I know.
I just said Fellaini's an integral squad player.
Oh,
nice option off the bench. He wouldn't start on my team 38 games a week.
No.
Like he's like the 14th man.
I could use him for like 5.
Yeah. There's not many players in that United team that would get into a lot of other of the top.
No,
we've been saying this since last year.
None. No,
They
and
have
that's
a lot
why
of Europa League players.
That's why if a new manager comes, it can't just be the manager. The manager is not going to fix United's issues.
No, they've got a lot of players that need to go if they have ambition to compete at the top of the Premier League.
How much time are they going to give Poch?
I think any new coach should get a minimum of 3 years. That's my personal time frame.
You know how I feel about it. They got to start from the top, the bottom. They got to fix everything: players, board, manager, everything. I'm just sad. I just don't like the way we're going with how managers are always the victims to players that specifically players that aren't good enough.
Well, you can't get rid of 11 guys, so.
If I had the money, though.
AC Milan almost tried.
Yeah, they're weak. They're weak. Ed's weak.
We're not talking about anything AC Milan related.
Anyways, United, you know how I feel about them, man.
Can we go to the other side of Manchester? Now, seeing as my sister's here.
Yeah, the blue side.
The blue side.
Yeah, I told you guys someone was going to lose.
Yeah, you didn't think they would.
Yeah.
I had it on pool. I thought Liverpool was going to lose, to be honest, or lose some points.
Shout out to what's his name? That was a fantastic goal.
Townsend?
Yeah, that was like a young Tyrrell playing at Hamilton Soccer World, Redeemer College.
He's never doing that again in his life.
No,
even though he's known to hit a ball like that. But
what do you have to say about that?
About the game in general?
Yeah,
I think it's not a coincidence that the first Premier League game Fernandinho doesn't play in the season they lose.
Yeah, John Stones in the middle didn't cover himself.
It's tough. It's tough when you're a natural center back to play that position. I know he's been tested there, and I'm sure he's probably done some work in training to play in that position. Mm-hmm. But is it becoming an issue that one, injuries? That's one discussion. But two, does Pep know? If Pep's going into a big game, does he know his starting 11 right now? I don't think you can really say that. I know it's the festive period and you rotate a lot of players in and out. But whether it be Otamendi playing at the back, in the midfield, it's Gundogan here one game, it's Bernardo here another. It's always constantly changing.
Keep players on their toes. Fight for position.
But is it working in the opposite direction at this point, or is it just a rough patch?
I don't think
we haven't seen it in almost 2 years now.
Well, you could look towards the fact that they're conceding goals left, right, and center. I think it was like 8 straight games in a row where they've conceded goals. They started the game fine, and then just a total switch off after they conceded the first goal. Kyle Walker had probably his worst game for City in a very long time.
Terrible clearance.
Clearance.
But that's just, I don't really...
Gave away the penalty.
Terrible clearance. Gave away Bernardo's clearance.
Yeah, Bernardo's clearance.
Terrible foul. They switched off there. He let... who's the loser that scored? Schlupp? Yeah, that was weak.
He's only got 1 foot.
That was weak.
You can't push him to that side.
That was like half-hearted.
Yeah.
Stick out my foot. Hope that I block it. Have faith that Ederson's going to save it. It was lazy.
It's almost like when they drew Wolves. It's just a lot of things weren't going their way as well.
It was nice to see De Bruyne back, though.
Yeah, those first few passes, I was like...
He's not at 100% either.
No, he's not.
Sure, Kevin.
No. So...
No. And don't tell me that was a shot, because that was a cross.
Yo, him and Rafinha were duking it out for the best. Not intended to score a goal, but I scored a banger.
At least he didn't celebrate like Rafinha did. Did you see Rafinha's celebration?
If I was Rafinha, I would celebrate like that too.
He doesn't score.
Nobody's allowed to celebrate like Rafinha celebrated. Okay,
that goal was worth it. I don't know how to really take the game. The only way I could really look at it is that they dropped points. They didn't play well.
It's a blip.
Yeah, that's all.
But this might be a season where you're not allotted a lot of those.
Yeah.
With the clip that Liverpool's going at, Liverpool's not going to go unbeaten.
Oh no!
That's not going to happen.
No.
At some point they'll have a blip. But how many of these slip ups are we allowed to see?
But you know what that allows?
Like I'm a City fan.
Yeah.
Low key.
Low key.
Damn it!
The blue is built. The light blue in his heart.
Yeah. But you know what? That 4 points allows a slip up for Liverpool now.
Yeah, when they get beat down at the end. No, I'm joking.
It could happen.
I'm not gonna say that.
But that allows that drop points. Because if City tie, that's 3. Even if they trade blows throughout the whole year, which I like Fab said, I don't see it happening. But if they did, then City win the title on goal difference.
No, I'm not going that far.
Dan-
Four
Dan
is
is-
too small.
Dan is hitting us with the mathematicals again.
He's the analytical
Yeah, that's what I'm here
of
for.
the bunch.
But in I say it like you guys. I think that's a blip. How many blips are you going to be allowed to have this year? I don't think it's going to be very many.
They haven't even had that many.
No, I don't think that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. This is a blip.
They have 2 losses, 2 draws.
When do they play Liverpool? They don't play Liverpool next. They play-
January 3rd.
who
It's
do
at
they-
the end of this festive period.
Yeah.
Right. They have. I think they play Newcastle. No, Newcastle is against Liverpool, if I'm not mistaken.
They play Leicester, Southampton next.
I don't even think it matters who they play. They just got to play better than they did
Yeah.
last week.
And now we see why he was chasing Jorginho in the summer as well.
Okay, they're both losers.
But still,
Yeah.
it's a somewhat of a replacement to
Yeah.
Fernandinho.
Fernandinho.
Yeah, of course. That was the whole plan. Sure.
Who did they miss more, Fernandinho or David Silva?
I felt like they missed Silva more, to be honest.
They weren't really able to break down Palace at all.
Silva's been the underrated star of the team this season. One of Silva's biggest issues and towards his peak years was the fact that he couldn't score goals, and now he's scoring goals for fun. And he could always unlock a defense, but there were times when you'd give him the ball, and he was like Raheem. He just wouldn't know what foot to shoot with. He would pass it when he should have shot. Now he's scoring goals, and I felt like in that game, especially with Kevin not fit, they kind of missed that bit of quality. And I mean, you can't always rely on Aguero, especially when teams sit that deep. Can't rely on Gabrielle, who I thought got it together because his mom was there.
I was gonna say, did she bring some gifts or something? Because he's still not.
You guys are disrespected, man.
Shut
If my mom moved to watch me play on a week-to-week basis, I would play a bit better.
He still isn't.
Yeah,
Last
He missed an open header at the end.
yeah, I should
He
have scored.
still isn't last year's Gabriel, right?
He should have scored at the end.
And on this stage, you can't have off weeks,
Yeah.
especially when the other guy isn't clicking.
You
Like,
know
you
what?
can have an off week when Aguero's on fire. Sure, that's great, but not when they're going through a rough patch.
But I found that they even in the second half, mid to late second half, they ran out of ideas. They were crossing that ball in the box all the time, and Sacco and whoever else, Tompkins was in the middle.
Yeah,
They won every single header.
yeah, they're going to win every single header. I kind of you can if you want to give Gabriel a pass, given his age and the fact that second season they're gonna figure you out, and I feel like they have figured him out. And his form hasn't been great, confidence hasn't been great. You can, if you want to kill him, you could kill him. I could care less. It's either or, right? But it's come to that point where, yeah, they do need a figure. There are things they could tinker with. They do need more from the wider players, and the midfield. I mean, they did miss Fernandinho a bit. I wouldn't really focus on him solely, but that is a big miss for them. He's played like every game this season,
No, it was the first game he missed.
but he can't play every game.
Of course not.
It's been him and Ederson that have played every single game up until that game.
With Liverpool, I've said it, like, it's now.
It has to be now.
It's now because I don't think they could eclipse what they're doing right now. And it's not even in the means of performance. It's the fact that winning games when they shouldn't win games. I don't think they could do that. I don't think they could replicate that next season.
No, those are points that they would have lost last season.
I feel like they've hit a point where they're winning games, and the fact that City is pushing them is kind of like motivation, and they know that any slip up, they can't afford to slip up. Eventually they will slip up, and that's when we're going to see how they react to that and how they cope with that. But they're in that mode.
And we said that Wolves game was going to be a tricky one for Liverpool.
Wolves play trash though.
They did.
Sorry, Fabs.
I went from a City fan to a Wolves fan real quick.
Yeah.
those losers did not do anything.
You can't expect those two to do much up front.
No.
On their own. I think they missed the third attacker.
Yes.
And I know it's obviously difficult to attack with 3 when you have Liverpool being able to do what they do.
I don't know how many game sets for Liverpool that they've clean sheet in a row. They might have been 3 or 4 at this
I think
point.
more than that.
Yeah?
I think it's like 5 or 6.
I know. It's gone to a point where now Virgil is the best Premier League
I
center
was
back.
just gonna ask.
No, don't ask.
Is he the best? Is he the
Dad,
best? Is he
don't
the
ask.
best center back in the world right now. That's another one from John Champion.
On form.
And he
It's hard
scores
to,
too.
it's hard to, well, it's his first goal for Liverpool. What do you
Yeah.
mean he scores?
And he scored in the League Cup. Sorry, didn't count.
The best Premier League. He's the best center back in Premier League history.
Okay, that's a stretch.
Yeah, that's what they were hitting.
Hey, that's
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They were hitting with that.
Yeah.
Okay. This is why I watch the games on mute.
Do you think he's more important than, or is he as important as Salah for this Liverpool team?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
Well, we've seen the difference.
He is.
Look at the beginning of last season and look at him since January.
Yeah.
Liverpool, they made it to a Champions League final. They're fighting for a Premier League title.
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference.
You guys
When
were-
you're making Lovren next to you look good,
I told you they'd be fine. Shout out to Lovren. They'd be fine.
Hey, he's the best. What did he call himself? The best center back.
no,
in the
he
world.
is. Yeah, apparently.
I
Thinks highly of himself.
love the confidence. Talk that talk. Yeah, we were worried about Joe Gomez not being there and then Matip getting hurt. I was like, yo, Lovren's there.
That's crazy. That's
Lovren's
wild.
there. Don't worry, they're good.
I think more of a settling factor has been Fabinho. I think he didn't have the best game on Friday, but the previous game he was extremely good. And now that just allows the other two to help an attack.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
he's another dominant figure in that midfield who can distribute the ball, but at the same time, he's that stopper. He's that in Henderson, you don't get, he's not a pure stopper like Fabinho is.
no, he's not.
Having played the position, I like the way Robertson plays for this team. He's a fantastic left back for Liverpool, and I think he should get a little bit more credit than what he's gotten this year. Mourinho had a lot of nice things to say about him when they played against United. So I think he's been quite valuable for that Liverpool team, along with not as good as Van Dijk, but on maybe one level below in terms of importance in the back for Liverpool.
Yeah, he's been key for them since last season. The energy, they picked him up for like 10 to 12 million. So from Hull. So that's big for them. And yeah, they're going about their business the way that they should. And that's all we've asked for them. Just keep winning games. In the title race, we don't really care. At this point, it's come to the fact that they're doing what they're doing. We don't care how you do it, which is a bit unfair of us, but we don't care. Do you guys care how they do it?
No, as long as they're winning.
Well, it comes at a certain point. If you're just winning by the skin of your teeth,
Yeah.
that luck is going to eventually run out.
Yeah. And that's when they will get killed.
There comes a certain point in time where you're not going to score a set piece goal every game.
No.
You're going to hit a wall, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if Liverpool's approaching that. We'll see, especially with these next 3 games in a short time frame.
What's their schedule?
It's Newcastle, Arsenal, City.
Okay, that's what it was. Arsenal who's next. I thought it was Arsenal.
In 2 weeks, City could very well be back in first place.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is why I don't really care yet.
The Arsenal game is away or at Anfield.
Anfield.
So both, like Newcastle is at
Anfield,
as well.
Anfield away.
Just trying to thinking about my fantasy Premier League here.
Oh, here we go.
Anyways, Chelsea lost. Hazard didn't score. So shout out.
Alonso missed a breakaway at the end. Should have scored.
Yeah, I went off the inside of the post
Yeah.
and then out.
Hazard
I-
hit the crossbar.
I think that's the last. I think that's the last of their issues. When your left back is missing a breakaway, it shouldn't get to that point.
No, there's rumors that
Gonzalo's not the guy.
no, but that's the rumor that Morata goes on
I'll be the
loan
first
and,
to say
and Gonzalo comes there.
he's a short-term fix. He's better than the options they have now.
It doesn't take much to be better than Giroud and Morata at this point.
I'm just saying he's better than the options they have now.
Well, look at you being optimistic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That doesn't sound like you.
yeah, I know.
New Tyrrell.
You were right. By the end of this year, you're not going to be the angry one.
Yeah. Well, what do you want me to say? I told you they have no one that can score goals. I'd like to think that Gonzalo could hopefully score a goal.
He will. He'll score. He'll score.
Could hope, but no one on that team could score a goal. I've told you that, and you can't rely on Eden. And he continues to prove me right every single week, and I love him for it. Unfortunately, his younger brother didn't do any better this weekend
really?
either. No, shout out to Thorgan. You know, at least he went out swinging. I don't know about Eden.
Eden hit the crossbar.
Yeah, he shouldn't have hit the crossbar.
How he hit the crossbar from that range, I have
Yeah.
no idea. But
Closed his eyes and just hoped
hope for the best.
Yeah.
And how about David Luiz in that first half? He tried probably like 65 long balls.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of that.
I'm surprised. Because that's really not the sorry way of playing, to be honest. Because he likes the ball moving around.
Yeah, the problem is nobody else is getting open into position.
No.
You have 3 midfielders who essentially could all play the same position, but they don't do anything better than that.
Yeah,
They got 2 limited wide players.
They're all very tidy players in what they do, but they're not versatile.
I know.
So yeah.
And even
Yeah,
even
Laura,
that,
yeah.
even that goal that they that Vardy scored. I mean, it's a good finish by.
They got
by
sliced
Vardy.
right open.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It took Ricardo dribbled past 2 guys.
Yep.
Just slotted it to Madison, and then Rudiger was watching something else.
Yeah.
But
Well, he learned that defending playing
They
at
were-
Roma.
they
That's the problem.
and that's the difference, is that they don't have a player like Madison.
They were playing for Claude, who's been on the hot seat. That's a big win for Leicester.
Mhm.
Who, you know what, should be much better than
Where are they in the table?
9th.
yeah,
They're only 4 points back of United.
yeah. They that's good. They should. I think
They're ahead of Everton,
Yeah,
who spent 50 million on one
duh.
player.
Well,
I feel like I'm going to say that every week.
Yeah, man. Everyone was on that Everton cape, and it's not looking too pretty right now. But yeah, Chelsea. There's nothing left for me to say. I could tell you every single week that they don't have a goal scorer, but then it's just gonna get repetitive and boring. And I would like to hope that eventually you guys believe me and watch the games and see that they don't have a goal scorer, and that Eden Michael Hazard is not the goal scorer.
is his middle name?
Is that his middle name?
I don't know. But
Oh, okay.
I think it is.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, but they have a big problem.
Google that.
They have a big problem, okay? And if we're not going to admit they have a big problem, if you can't score goals, then how are you going to finish in the top 4?
So was the beginning of the season all smoke and mirrors?
No, I think that was the. I think what that
Perhaps.
was the sorry moment.
So that was their Solskjaer moment?
Yeah.
Their Ollie moment?
Yo,
Yeah.
don't give Ollie a moment. It is? Yeah, I know.
You're on that level with Eden.
Yeah.
No middle name.
Guy, when I kill him, we're using the middle name every
That's
single
wild.
time.
That's wild.
Dina Thorgan's middle name?
No.
He's definitely got a cooler middle name.
Yeah,
than Michael.
Thorgan's the cooler brother, okay? Plays for Mönchengladbach, not Chelsea. Come on. And they're in a title. Well, they were in a title race.
Well,
Arsenal, Burnley, doesn't matter. Aubameyang keeps scoring goals.
good for him.
Is he the best striker in the Premier League right now? Numbers wise,
Do I get to
you
call
can't.
Salah a striker?
No.
He plays center forward.
He drifts there. Just because he doesn't have to track
He's
back,
classified as a midfielder.
according to Dan's fantasy team.
No, according to FIFA.
No, I wouldn't call him. I'd call Aubameyang a striker.
Yeah.
He plays wide because that's what Unai asks of him. Salah plays wide naturally
I don't know.
and drifts into the
We've
middle.
had some sad times if he's the best striker in the league right now.
Well, he scores. He's scoring, and nobody's stopping him.
Yeah, Harry Kane's up there though.
But it didn't look all good for Arsenal.
No.
When there was 2-1,
Yeah.
things did not look good
Yeah.
at all.
The,
And it's that back line.
United are 8 points back, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What you're saying is watch out, Arsenal.
Chelsea.
Hey, listen, that they're 8 points back with what they've got. I still don't see them finishing top 4.
That's fine. We're not getting into that conversation.
No, I know.
But I
I
just
just want to say that again.
why?
I just want to say that
Wants
again.
to make it very clear.
I'm looking at it
I'm
when I
gonna
say
play it every single
That's fine.
week.
He
That's
wants to
fine.
make it very
That's
clear.
gonna be a soundbite.
That's Oh,
He already
God.
docked his docs. He's got it written
Yeah, I
down.
know. Yeah, it's fine.
No, but yeah, I don't really want to talk about the Arsenal game, to be honest. I didn't really learn anything from it. Did you guys learn anything from it?
No.
You guys are
No.
quiet.
The narratives still continue with Arsenal. I'm waiting for you to just rant about everybody. That's why I'm quiet.
What else was there? You watched that
When
highlight?
he hits you with that sigh,
Yeah, I thought
that's I want to say something, but I'm not gonna say
he
something.
watched Newcastle. against whoever the hell they played.
No, I didn't actually.
No.
We've had such a short turnover time. I didn't get to watch the games that I wanted to watch, so I'm upset with you guys for that. If we're gonna be
Oh
honest.
yeah, because me and Dad made up the schedule here.
No, well, you made up you guys made up the Sunday podcast. So
Here
yeah, I'm
we
upset.
go.
This
Wow.
would be my time to go home, relax, watch Newcastle, and see who else? See Southampton.
Aiden scored again.
Of course.
Of course.
What's wrong with you guys?
Don't sound surprised.
Yeah.
Danny sucks. There, I'll say it.
No, man. Actually, I've nothing to really say about Arsenal. Chelsea showed me what they are. Liverpool keep winning. City, they were bad. City were bad. Do I think that they will be bad next week? No. But if they are bad next week, then we really got to have a discussion about them.
I think the bigger conversation has to end after this festive period. Because going by a week-to-week basis where these teams are shuffling players around.
Yeah, I know.
It's
You know
difficult.
me. You know me. I'm not
It's
gonna.
difficult.
I don't jump the gun.
What, the festive period ends
The
January
the
3rd.
third, the fourth,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
After these 3 games.
Yeah.
Because Liverpool could go out and get 3 of their next 9 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
then
then
we're
whatever we
back,
say today, it doesn't mean nothing.
and then
Exactly.
Spurs can get obliterated.
Yeah. I don't want to be those guys who just have the weekly hot
Spurs not
take.
getting obliterated.
Yo,
Gotta hope not.
but my question to Dan about Spurs is
Tell me.
what they're doing right now is the ceiling, and I hope you know that.
But they're good enough to finish third. Even as high as their ceiling is, they are good enough to finish third.
Yo, what month are we in? December, January, February,
That's
March,
fine.
April, May.
That's fine. Look at the teams behind them.
No,
You think-
I look at them.
That's fine. They're gonna finish third. I'm telling you, that's where they're gonna end up. Yeah, they're gonna finish third. I already said that on this podcast, so I'm sticking with it.
I appreciate him for rolling with his take to the end.
Yeah, I just don't want to hear it every week.
You're gonna hear it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I just don't want to hear it every week
You're gonna hear it.
because I don't like. I'm not here judging them on game to game.
And when City drop points this week and Tottenham win,
Okay, then you really got to chill. You really
we go.
got to chill
Here
the
we go.
title one.
Okay, let Dan talk about Juventus then.
oh,
You got to
oh,
give
this,
him something.
oh, there it is. Huh.
Like, he'd
Tyrrell's-
rather talk about Spurs than his own team.
Yeah.
Tyrrell's gonna
what's going on in the
kill
world?
Juve because they didn't have another gear. They don't need it against the Roma team, but that's fine.
Damn,
Yeah.
damn,
Sorry,
Dan.
that's the way it is. That
Damn,
Roma
Dan.
team minus 18 points back of Juve.
Yeah, but who isn't behind Juve at this point?
Roma showed what they are.
My thing is
Everybody shows what they are.
Yeah, my thing is what
Go ahead.
we watch them week in and week out. What can you really say about Juventus?
Nothing. They
What-
need.
what do you-
they need some better competition.
What are you gonna? No,
But
Yeah.
you're in Serie A, what do you expect? Well, like, I like Serie A, obviously, because
Oh, here we go.
it's Roma,
kill.
and that's my team. But at the same time,
Hey, talk your talk.
recognize what league they're in.
You let him know. Get in your bag.
That's all I have to say. I'm done. I don't know why you would expect them not to win against Roma. I'd love to say Roma would win, but I recognize the limits of my team.
Yo, she's better. She's better. She's got applause. She's better than the other female that we can't mention. that was great insight that I don't get on the channel that
Nope.
we should be getting insight from.
Nope.
Shit, that was good.
Thank you.
You may have a job with Yellen.
No, your dad. Yo, remember Dad said he didn't want to name anyone's names?
Yeah,
Yo,
well-
they're not deleted that.
No, that's staying right in there.
I'll call her out.
I'm not saying nothing about
Yo, I
nobody.
ain't say nothing about no one.
I don't know shit.
Yeah,
You know that fence? I'm standing right on it.
Yeah, that
You sit right on it.
That,
was
cha-
sitting
that
right on it.
channel's different. I don't know who runs it. I don't want to know who runs it.
I might have to hear next week.
Yeah, you made
They're
the right
keeping you out there.
Oh yeah,
You're gonna get to they're gonna be like, sorry, your passport's been revoked.
That's right.
but I I watch Juve and it's like
What's next?
no, that's not even what's next. What did I?
And what's next in terms of you're expecting more?
I'm gonna always expect more, and I feel like, and it's not even me like nitpicking at them. It's just like you're supposed to be this great team, so I just expect a bit more.
Did they get some slack for Olsen being ridiculous?
I made some great saves.
Because that could have been 2 or 3 to be quite fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not
And-
for Olsen.
And that last goal that was chalked off by VAR, it's kind of close.
I'm not talking about
Yeah,
that.
I know
No.
it's your favorite.
We're
topic.
talking about
care.
all your favorite topics
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, I don't care.
Exactly.
I
I'm trying to go one by one.
don't care about that.
No, look, Mandzukic scores again.
When are the opposition going to watch some tape and know that's how he scores almost every single one of his goals?
He scored against all of the big teams in Serie A.
But I mean at the back post over your smallest defender.
Header.
That goal should have never happened too.
That's my point.
That was like real slow motion.
Yep.
Let me push you out of the way. Let me show my superiority. We have to have a deep dive about him because I feel like he's
Mario?
he's
Okay.
an integral component to that team. A team that doesn't really play well on a week-to-week basis, but when they need a moment,
Mario.
he's the first guy you could count on.
You could actually make an argument he's been more important than Dybala this year.
Oh, what do you mean? Of course you can.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Of course
rolling
you
with
can.
that.
That is someone that needs to get killed.
Yep.
What do you do this weekend?
Dybala didn't do anything.
I want to know. No, Juve, whoever follows Juve, whoever supports them, if you could tell me what Dybala does or what he's supposed to do
on a week-to-week basis.
what he does, what he does and what he is supposed to do, I would love to hear it.
There you go.
I know, Fabs. I don't want you to try and find the answer because you don't have the answer. No one has the answer.
Okay.
No one has the answer to what Dybala is supposed to do.
answers.
Tell him again. No one has the answer.
You ain't got the answers.
What is Dybala? What is he supposed to do? What is he good at?
The question to me, or just it's just a rhetorical?
I'm asking everyone.
He's just talking to himself.
Oh, okay.
Well, for real, like, was he wear number 10 too?
Yeah.
Where's the number 10?
Alex is
He's got his own celebration.
Nice and diminutive. Strolls around like he's that guy.
Argentinian. I know we're leading with that, so
I never want to put him in the same breath
Okay.
as that guy.
just making sure.
Can you guess who one of his good friends is? He's got to stop hanging around with Paul.
Yep.
But no, like, what is it?
They have the little finger touch.
No, yeah, they're losers. But for real, what does he do? What does he really do? He sucked again this week.
I don't know if this is one of your asking a question that you don't want answered or you do want answered.
I don't think you guys have the answer, so I'm just asking.
What he's supposed to do?
He's supposed to be the linchpin between the forwards and.
Well, I don't think he's the distributor. He's supposed to be the creative touch in the final third. Supposed to, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Well, he's playing behind Mandzukic and
Exactly.
and Ronaldo right now.
He should be able to find them either in wide areas, find them with a final ball into the box. Should be able to find somebody.
Picks up the ball, gives it a nice little switch to the other side, jogs forward as if like there's some purpose to that dart, but there's no purpose to the dart. And I'm just like, Max, take him off, man. But no, on a serious note, yeah, every week, Dad, I'm just gonna expect more because I don't see it. And
See, the thing is, when you play on a team like Juventus at this point, you can get away with that week to week.
Yep.
And it only really gets exposed in the Champions League at this rate.
And if we're being honest, that's the fear. Then that should be the fear from all Juventus fans. Is that, and the same fear that can be said with PSG, is yeah. Can they turn it on when it's a big one against quality opponents? I think that's a shot at all the Serie A, but can they turn it on when they're playing an Atletico Madrid? And honestly, I don't know if you can.
Better.
I know, because otherwise I'm getting killed on this podcast.
No, you're not.
Not only
Max is.
Oh, Max is looking for a job.
You're just a fan.
Yeah,
But
Max is looking for a job. But that's the real problem, and that should be a real concern for all of the Juventus supporters. Is that they're not getting tested week in, week out, and how are they going to be able to flip that switch from playing poor opponents to playing a quality opponent like Atletico?
I was gonna say I don't think it's down to your opponents. It's down to you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just say, "Oh, we're playing." You can't play down to your opponents. You have to crush whoever's in front of you. I don't care if you're playing Cagliari. I don't care if you're playing Roma, Inter, or Milan.
Yeah.
There has to be a level that you set out to play at every game, regardless of who the opponent is.
My guy Dion said that typical Juve is to hit that peak in February onwards.
Oh, you better hope.
So I'm gonna just take his
Your boy
word.
Dion better be right.
Yeah, I'm just taking his word for it. I know that didn't happen last year, so that's why I was just like, yo, man, say what you gotta say. But that didn't happen last year. That's what it comes down to. It's a mental thing. I don't know if this isn't the NBA. I don't think you could just switch it on like that. I don't know if they're that good to switch it on. You know? So it's going to be interesting because that is where they're going to be judged. And they know that that's where they're going to be judged. And I don't know if they have it. But like I said, we could say that about a lot of teams because PSG won this weekend against some village team in France.
Some village team.
1-0 Mbappe scored. Is that wrong to say?
No.
No, you're probably right.
Yeah.
When you say
Mbappe scored. I caught a bit of it.
you might be the only one of
They
us.
were pretty flat.
Against Nantes?
Yeah.
Isn't that like a nice city?
You guys name one player on. Say it
Nantes.
again. Nantes.
I definitely can't.
Okay. That's all we got to say.
You know,
Would you guys ever go to.
I think
Is Nantes a city?
yes.
Would you guys ever go to Nantes?
I think it's in the south of France, if I'm not mistaken.
Is the south of France safe?
Yeah, it is. It's actually quite nice.
Okay.
We've been.
I'm just. Oh, you been?
Yeah.
And you didn't watch a Nantes game?
No.
You're
We've
disrespectful.
been there. We've been to South France.
And you didn't watch the game?
Father almost got killed.
Okay.
No.
What a-
Wrong way on a one-way street.
You guys always getting killed.
You know why I know Nance?
Yeah.
Sergio Conceição coach Nance.
Oh, there you go.
That's why I know.
Anyways, Fabs.
There you go. That's why it sounded familiar to me.
But no, that's how I see them. And it obviously doesn't help that, the two teams from Milan really stink. I got to ask a question. When are they sacking those two?
Gattuso?
Yeah.
I think he has. I think they said he's got 2
They,
games.
they can't score goals.
2
Yeah.
games.
They can't score goals.
Yeah, but
They-
do you know who's in line to replace him?
I don't want to know. Because it's
Is it going to be
whoever's-
Nesta or Maldini?
No.
I don't know.
They're competing with United for who is the worst at running a club.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Arson.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Because his boy is now there.
Yeah.
I no longer blame any coach that steps into that dumpster fire. That's all the board.
Which one? AC or Inter or both?
More so AC. Because you can't go from being one of the greatest teams ever to being this in
Yep.
the span of 10 years.
Wait, you don't think Arsene could give them the swagger?
Boy, he's going to play a bunch of kids.
Hey man, I got faith. That's a better appointment than Gennaro.
But even if he goes there and it fails, I don't blame him.
No, because he's inherited that.
Who on that team is any good?
He could get them playing much better than they are now.
I don't know. The sum of those parts is pretty terrible.
Well, it's that, and then it's Spalletti who should have got fired, but he's
Spalletti has 10 times more to work with than
Spalletti.
Yes,
than whoever's at Milan.
Spalletti has to go this summer.
if he even makes it that far.
No, I think they.
If Napoli somehow crush Inter, that might be it. If Napoli walk out with a 3-0, a 4-0, which isn't nothing unrealistic at
is
this
it
point.
at the San Paulo?
It is.
Because if they get embarrassed at home, then Fab, I think you're
Yeah,
right.
it is. It's at home.
It's at home.
It is.
Ooh, then yeah,
The
Fabio
leash
could do
isn't
it.
long on him.
no, especially because they can spin whatever they want, but that Champions League exit is on him.
He's just lucky that everybody else around him sucks.
Well, no, now
Because he's still comfortably in third.
no, but
by 5
No,
points.
but it's showing now. It's showing now. That third isn't as convincing as it once was, or as it looked last year.
But it's still by 5 points.
They have a big problem over there. They've had a problem since Mourinho left.
Mhm.
It's just been it's a circus. Well, they both got to go. They both got to go.
I can't fight that.
I think Gennaro goes before.
Well, yeah,
Spalletti.
that plug should have been gone a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what they thought they were going to get out of him in a second year.
He was a good 6-month plan.
Yeah, he could be like Solskjaer.
Exactly.
He should have been.
There should have
Yeah.
been an option in the summer.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the Milan way, the United way.
And that's why I'm just starting on this wave of just killing every board. Because these teams are not being run properly.
But I think that's why.
It's poor decisions.
But I think that's why AC brought in. Now I don't even remember his name, but he was at
Ivan?
Arsenal. Was it? Was his name?
Is it Ivan?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's why I think Arson has that little bit of that rumor has a little bit of legs to it. Can he help them? I don't know, but he is definitely
He'll
he'll definitely get more than
he'll
Gattuso's getting out of
he'll
him right
do
now.
much more than
Inter's president, some 28-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Like, that's a smart move. Just because maybe his dad or his uncle owns the team.
hey,
That's like the
man.
kid who gets to play on the soccer team.
That's why it's Juve's world.
Yep.
Sorry to say. Napoli keep winning 1-0 though.
Good on them.
You know?
Who they play this week?
Spal.
Oh yeah, Roma lost to them.
Spal. Shout out to Spal.
1-0 seems to be
Classic result.
in the last few weeks, everybody just wins 1-0 and they're content.
Whatever, man. This league, I'm just waiting to wrap it up because I don't want to hear like I said. There's nothing I can really pull from it.
But the problem is, in the foreseeable future, there's no shakeup in sight to this league.
I know.
So at the beginning of the year, where everybody was coming with these takes of Serie A is back, Milan is good again, just because it was semi-competitive in the first month of the season, and Ronaldo was there, so all of a sudden all these other publications are watching these games finally. It was cool for the first month, but those tweets have disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
The Serie A being competitive, that's blown out of the water.
If anything, it makes it look worse now.
Yes.
The problem is nobody else is watching, so it doesn't matter anymore. Because the cool Ronaldo thing was over after a month.
Yeah.
And now Juve separated themselves from Napoli. Napoli separated themselves from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, we're back to that.
Yep. And unfortunately, that's the narrative of Serie A. And if that doesn't change,
but it doesn't matter. They're content. Juve wins every year.
Well, yeah, Juve's content, but for the league, it's not great.
Does it look like the rest of the league cares? If they cared, they'd run their teams a lot better.
They do care. The problem is that there's a lot of other problems with those teams in Serie A, and Juve is just miles ahead of everybody else. Kudos to Roma trying to build a new stadium that will be built maybe before I die.
You gotta stop killing Roma because they got.
No, I can kill them. I can kill them.
Building a stadium, that's kind of you just go off on Italian politics.
Yeah. That's fair. That's
So,
fair. Well, I give them a pass in terms of
I'm fine with Olympico.
and
God.
they got a bunch of kids. They got a bunch of kids.
I do hate the warning, the track.
Yeah.
I hate that in any stadium. I feel like it takes the fans away from the experience.
Not when you celebrate and you get to run.
Remember when Totti took the selfie?
Yeah.
You know.
No, but that's another team who's poorly run in terms of they brought in, was it like 10 to 15 signings in the summer, but which one of them was a player that was going to affect the team now?
Yep.
Like a lot of them are nice young players,
And
but
they-
unless these players are surrounded by veterans who are going to grow them, it's not going to work. De Rossi doesn't have the legs he does. They let Strootman go.
Yep.
Like Dzeko, you can't count on him week in and week out.
No.
Like he needs something.
They've let go of Allison. They've let go of Salah. That's a problem.
But that's out of their control.
Well, to a
Well,
certain
no,
degree it is, but
it is,
you don't
but-
have to sell.
Well, you have to sell. When you're Roma, you have to sell.
Allison, yes.
You're saying no to whatever they paid, the 80 or 90, whatever they paid.
Yeah,
You're
I
not
guess.
s-
But but
You were
then-
never going to hold on to Salah for 10 years.
No, you weren't. You weren't. The problem is that you don't. I guess you can't. But that's the problem with Serie A just in general. They're all selling, with the exception of maybe Juve, and to a degree Napoli. They're all selling clubs.
No one wants Napoli's players, man.
Chelsea did.
I'm gonna be real with you. No one wants Napoli's players.
Chelsea does.
I'll pass on your Zelensky.
But that's a
And
bigger
your handshake.
issue. The only reason why they've all become selling sides is because their teams are poorly run.
Yeah.
AC Milan should not be a selling side.
Nope.
Inter Milan should not be a selling side. Porto is a selling side. AC Milan should not be a selling side.
I know.
And that almost speaks more to where are all the good Italian young players? That almost speaks to a national team thing.
Well, that showed. That shows
Oh,
in
God.
the Nations League. That showed in the last qualification for the World Cup.
Fabs is killing you now.
No, but that's what it all says. Any league, if your national team is not being able to cultivate players, it's shown in the league.
I'm not.
Italy's always been a place where Italian players flourish in their own country. They're one of the few countries where players don't need to go to abroad to show themselves because they have great clubs in their.
But that's
in
why I'm
their
gonna
league.
hit Dan and be like, "Yo, shouldn't that be Juve's job?"
No, absolutely not.
no,
No.
Why?
No.
Well, I think as a top side, you have to.
No,
I would like to think that you could keep your star players, but
You got to cultivate the Bernardeskis.
Why can't Rugani get a few games?
No, because he's not good enough to play.
So why can't
Rugani's not good enough to play against Spal, against Chievo.
Fine, against those teams, sure. But it's not. It shouldn't be Juve's job to cultivate young Italian.
But the problem is, what's going to happen when Giorgio's gone and Bonucci's gone?
Then
what are you going to do to Rugani? Play him for 2 games and kill him because he can't keep up?
No, then Juve's going to go out and buy a top center back that's not Italian.
I don't know.
And then that just is a snowball effect where it doesn't help the product at the end of the day.
And I don't know if they could do that.
But then you're telling me that same argument is going to be made for Manchester City and the same thing is going to be for United? They should buy English talent. This is their job to cultivate.
They have how much English talent in those sides?
Who?
Raheem,
Stones,
1, 2,
Fabian,
and we're done.
They were all on the national team.
They're all on the national team.
Okay, and then
if you go at United,
Phil's going to be there soon.
Jesse,
yeah. Okay, so
Luke.
Okay, so you have.
It has to be sprinkled in. I'm not saying the team has to be all Italian.
Right,
but you have to cultivate your talent at some point.
Sure, that's what Fiorentina and that's what the other teams are for.
That's not true.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry that the fact is that it's not Juve's job to cultivate young
Italian
talent.
Juventus doesn't play by the rules that everybody else should have to, is what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying.
Can do it, but Juve apparently can't.
What other leagues do it?
They gotta win.
Just give examples of players in the UK that do it.
Barcelona has plenty of Spanish players.
Yeah, but
Real Madrid have plenty of young,
fantastic youth academy.
And you're telling me none of those youth academies in Italy can do what they're doing?
What's Juventus doing with their youth academy?
Yeah, we had Marquisio and we had Jovinko that came through the talent.
Don't try and sell that on me.
All right, well, there you go. Okay. And we had Chiellini and we had we had Buffon who played
when Italy won that World Cup, how many of those players played abroad?
Actually, how many players of that team played for Juve?
Okay, that's not the question. Oh, even more. That just helps my argument even more then.
I know.
I don't think one of those players played abroad. And if they did, they weren't a major contributing factor to that team.
No, they all played in Serie A.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Serie A has always been dominated by Italian talent. And now that's slowly changed, and now the national team has also gone by the wayside. It's not a coincidence.
Juve's trying to get Juan and Douglas and Blaze, Cristiano, Mario. Y'all are setting the example. I know this is like Inter 2.0, but better. Wasn't Inter always chastised for not being Italian?
Yes.
And look at Juve now.
That's fine. We have Chiellini. And we have Bonucci.
On their last legs. And boy, when Chiellini goes, Bonucci's going to really look funny in the light, like he did with Milan.
And we have Cicilio, thank God.
He played good over the weekend.
Yeah.
See, but look, that's another kid who at Milan wasn't really given a chance.
Yeah.
And then he goes to Juventus and is given a chance.
Right.
And he plays well. That's my point, is you have to implement these kids somewhere along the line. It can't just always be exterior talent.
I agree.
They shipped Angelo to West Ham. We haven't seen him since.
He's somewhere.
Yeah, it's over for him.
He's on the bench.
Oh man, we're gonna take a deep dive into that one day.
I don't know how we arrived here.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just trying to give Mario big ups and that, like he's like right under the elite strikers, and you guys weren't trying to have that.
No,
Mario Mandzukic is right under the elite strikers.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he's up there. He should be up there.
That's all I want to say. Can we agree with that before we move on?
He's somewhere there.
He's right under.
Okay,
he's in the top 10? That what you're saying?
No, I'm saying like there are elite strikers, and then Mario.
He's a very good striker.
They're the elite
striker. Is that the step before the elite striker? The very good striker?
Yeah.
So
he's in my books.
So then I agree.
He's in the one level below the Harry Kanes and the Aubameyang?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
And I'm just...
I knew he was going to kill you on that one.
I thought that's where you were going to put him.
I knew he was going to say no to Aubameyang.
In that conversation.
Okay, so Aubameyang
he's
in the same...
the very good with Aubameyang.
Yeah, Aubameyang's in that very good.
That's fine.
So
he's on the same level as Mario.
I take Mario over that speed. I don't want to call him a merchant, but I take Mario over Aubameyang.
Okay, that's fair.
But it's crazy because in 2013, when I was praising Pep for getting rid of Mario, I didn't think Mario would go somewhere else and do what he did. Granted that Mario didn't fit into Pep's system, I just didn't think Mario would be able to level up and do what he's doing now.
He's on the James Milner rebrand.
He's a rich man, James Milner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, James ain't doing what Mario's doing.
No.
James might win a Premier League title.
Another one.
Yeah, he already won one. He's good.
But who would have ever thought he would win one with Liverpool potentially?
Not him.
La Liga?
The main point of this top podcast, I was supposed to kill United, and I end up not killing them.
I know.
So
Yeah, you're happy again.
Yeah, you're happy.
yeah, I'm still in the mood. What are you going to talk about La Liga for? What happened? Real Madrid won their joke of FIFA.
Hey, that was where I was going.
That's a joke.
Which we don't care about.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care that you're beating the
Do you
Antlers.
care, Laura?
No.
Perfect.
What's a worse name, Antlers or Young Boys?
Oh, young boys.
Young boys. You never want to be the young boy. Come on. But really, Atletico won.
Sevilla drew.
Sevilla drew.
Yep.
So they're slowly.
Barca won.
Sorry, La Liga fans. This week didn't really matter. Could we say that?
Yep.
I know other places, other podcasts, or other shows are be like, oh, well, Messi scored another goal and Barcelona grinded it out and remained top of La Liga. Look, we don't care.
And then Bella scored.
Well, I definitely don't care about him. That's Fabs'
Yeah.
Yeah, Fabs. He made it to the field.
It's funny. I don't like any of Fabs' guys.
Nope.
You
We,
have, bad,
we differ so much on that.
you have bad taste in soccer
It's
players.
quite interesting.
Why can't you pick the good ones?
Hey, Hugo had a little mistake there too for you. Shout out for there, Hugo.
Well,
Lloris.
they won 6-2. It
I
doesn't
know,
matter.
but it was a bad. It was. He should've-
You had to get one goalie hot take out. Huh?
I did.
We couldn't go a whole episode without Dan calling out a goal.
There was someone I was
Pickford.
expecting him to kill besides that, but I don't know who it was.
Pickford when you watch
Pickford?
it.
When you watch it?
No,
Yeah.
I saw it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah,
In real time?
But Jordan has a problem.
Yeah.
Like we actually got to kill him because
I've said it.
it's
week to
happening
week.
week in and week out.
He's
He needs to not always be involved.
yeah. There was a stat that came up on the screen that he's
Tied for first most mistakes.
Yes.
with
But
3.
that's not. You want to know what? That's not solely his fault. Kurt's got to do something there too.
I'm
sorry?
putting it on the goalie.
Yeah, Kurt's got to do something.
No, as the goalie, you got to tell him, hey, I'm here as an option, but I can't go run into Buddy.
That was a good finish by Son too.
It was all right. They smoked him.
But like, I don't know why Dan was surprised. Did you
They
not watch
smoked him.
Everton against Watford like the week before?
no, I missed that one. What?
Oh, okay. Well, this makes a lot of sense.
Pickford made another mistake there.
No, but
Oh,
they
It's not about Pickford, just defensively.
It's
Oh,
just-
defensively,
it's just
they're
the team
poor.
as a whole. And okay, so let's get this straight. So Everton, defensively as a whole, are poor.
Yeah.
All season, like Chelsea, we've been saying, who the hell is going to score their goals besides Richarlison? So their defense is poor, their midfield is open, their goalie's making a shit ton of mistakes, and they can't score goals. So yeah, I expect Spurs, the third best team in England,
Don't put those air quotes. Third best team in
No,
England.
Could be there.
to
No.
beat the hell out of them, which they did. Talking down about Spurs.
They should.
Yo, hit me in April. And if you hit me in April and there's the third, you're not gonna say I'm wrong, but you're gonna say that I'm giving you the credit.
I know. That's all I want.
Okay.
You gave me your Dan was right in this podcast. I'm going to take that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna note that down.
Yeah.
December.
was his-
I'm
was
giving
his
it
gift.
because
23rd.
you said something right.
Thank you.
You know, you didn't. I don't know if anyone answered my United Way answer, but
No, we didn't.
okay. Y'all think about that for a week. Talk to your friends that support United. Ask them what the United Way is.
BP's not in the country.
BP doesn't. BP wasn't. BP's too young to know what the United Way is. Yo, sorry.
You're gonna make me go
He
to a
thinks it's a
pub.
charity.
You're gonna
Any-
make me go to a pub and ask?
Anyone born, and this includes us, anyone 93 and younger don't know what the United Way is.
So I gotta go talk to somebody who's like
I'll even.
an 82.
I don't think it.
86.
Look, there's no United Way. It's a myth. The United Way is a myth.
I'm gonna hit up all those English journalists.
United. Yo, did Daniel respond to what I said?
All of them.
All Daniel said was, "I'm allowed to have an opinion." I was like, "Shut up."
That's such a cop out. That's how you know he didn't want to argue with you.
I'm entitled to have an. But then he argued, and he compared two games that really hadn't. They were not comparable.
Did he argue? Did he respond right away or?
Yeah,
like-
he did.
Okay.
And then like, you know, when they have clout, and then like the other people that like really don't matter try to give their 2 cents in. Yeah, but like really, what's the United Way? I want to know that. I know Barcelona have a way. I know Ajax have a way.
Who won again?
Real Madrid don't have a way. I don't give a
Just letting you know that.
Real Madrid don't have a way. What other big clubs are there? Does Porto have a way? Not too many teams have a way.
I don't think they have a way. No. I can't really honestly tell you that they have a way.
Juventus definitely don't have a way.
Whoever comes in implements their style.
Yeah. But this is the thing. People, when they hire Moyes, they hire Van Gaal, they hire Mourinho. 3 coaches that are nothing like Ferguson, by the way.
We got to stop talking about him.
I told you, my stepdad's right. He's got to stop showing up to the games. Like you're old. Like watch them at home. Why are you always there?
It's chilly in Manchester. Come on.
Why couldn't you not coach if you're there every week? This guy's lying. He knew the smoke was coming, and
he's got an earpiece.
He got out.
Of course. Call him stupid.
Yeah.
He's smarter than all of us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm out of here."
He's like,
kidding
yo,
me?
I'm gonna scoop Van Persie. He picked the wrong side of Manchester, so I'm gonna get the best out of him, and then that's it.
He saw who was next in line, and he's like,
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
But like, there were years when Ferguson were getting killed. Ferguson, then 2006 they got bounced by Benfica in the group stage,
Simon Sabraza, free kick. I
and
think.
no one was killing United. It was just the patience. The
You know why?
process.
We didn't have social media.
That's another thing.
It's changed a lot.
That's another thing.
These takes come at you in real time
That's
now.
another thing. Ferguson from the Invincibles 2006. Ferguson was not relevant in Europe or England.
I'd love to see a Beckham Twitter.
He got smoked by Wenger. He got smoked by Mourinho 2 years in a row. Rafa was winning the Champions League.
Yeah, that's right. With Liverpool.
You know? And nothing was... If that was now, Ferguson would have got sacked. You like to think. We could make that case.
There's constant pressure on these coaches all the time.
Yeah. But I don't think Ferguson ever faced a competition that these coaches are encountering right now. There was never that pressure. And when there was, he got smoked. He got smoked.
Until he built a super team.
Until he built a super team. And then Roman gave Mourinho... No, we gave him Shevchenko and Ballack.
Oh, that's right.
And then Mourinho threw a tantrum. And then Mourinho left. And then he was dealing with Scolari, Avram Grant,
Andre.
Hinnick for a bit.
Yeah.
Village Bullish.
Ancelotti for a bit, but
Yeah.
you know what Ancelotti's about. So I don't think there's a united way. There was never been a united way. Ferguson was like the ultimate pragmatist.
He's just one of a kind, and it needs to stay that way. He achieved what he achieved.
Yeah.
It was monumental in the club's history, and not everything can be compared to that.
But it's crazy that it's United fans sticking with that aura, but they're kind of contributing to their own downfall.
But you know what it's like? It's like when you have that first love.
Oh, shut up, Fabs.
Oh, gosh.
And then,
This is down Laura's alley.
And then,
Laura, give
and
him
then
time.
you compare them always to that person. That's what it's like. That's what the United fans are doing.
Do you guys do that? Y'all are trash if you do that.
Come on, don't pretend like you don't.
My first love? I don't compare her to no one.
Okay.
I don't put her on that pedestal.
I don't know. There's a doctor in the room. You might want to watch what you say.
Yo, Laura, we're gonna take a deep dive on me after.
He's gonna sit sideways on this couch, put his head back.
I'm gonna let you know, but that is not. But that was my gripe with United and all that, and I just feel like I could take it to a whole different level. But the vibe changed here quickly. You guys keep me grounded sometimes.
We try.
Thank you. Bundesliga, because Jimmy
Quickly.
wants to hear a lot.
Yeah, well,
Hey, Jimmy.
Jimmy, I didn't watch.
Hey, Jimmy.
I did not watch Bayern or any of the
I'm
Bundesliga.
calling this Hey Jimmy, so maybe he watches and listens to the whole thing.
Hey, Jimmy, Dad didn't watch Bayern, and he didn't show up to the invite that you gave us to.
International. It's the name of the bar.
Frank Ribery is really taking it upon himself to push Bayern on.
He's putting everybody in the backpack.
Javi Martinez is back.
They're slowly starting to get everybody back.
I like that little midfield with Martinez, Kimmich, and Thiago, because Kimmich now has 2 guys there that can kind of hold their own.
I'm still not a fan of him in the midfield, but it's working right now.
They allowed Rafinha to score that bomb.
To that intentional goal,
Yo, he meant it.
that by mistake on
I will
purpose
give it to
goal.
him.
Debate me. He meant it.
The only person who's ever meant a goal like that was Florenzi. Remember that goal he scored from like halfway line
Against Barcelona.
Barcelona.
in the Champions League?
Yeah,
That's the only guy who's ever meant that.
Yeah.
And I'm convinced that he meant that goal.
No, he did. That for sure.
Yo,
He ran into the stands like celebrating with his grandmother.
Yeah.
You can't lie to your nonna like that. Are you kidding me?
Rafinha had that dance planned.
He's had that plan for a long time. He's like, I hope I score this season so I can get this off.
Give him a lie detector test. He'll pass.
What do you think of Jesse's dance?
Jesse's a loser. Yo, I'm so bad. Laura's like, She thinks I call everyone a loser now by the end of this. But like, he's actually a loser for that.
Those are your kind of dance moves.
2 goals against Cardiff. You're not allowed to get that off.
No. Yo,
Are you kidding me? If Paul scored, he would have got some crazy dance off.
yo, that was
He was planning.
you forgot that he had the 3 assists.
Oh yeah, okay. Dude, you can't celebrate the
Pogba hit him with the 3 assists. He's back. Yo, Cardiff is so trash. I'm so sorry.
Okay, we can't go back to this.
Who's better, Spall or
Bundesliga.
who's better, Spall or Cardiff?
Spall.
Oh, Spall for sure.
Spall are definitely
Who's
better.
better in La Liga?
Or even Villarreal been pretty bad this year.
Yo,
Hang on, let me go look at this.
yo,
table.
every team in La Liga is better than Cardiff.
Yeah, Villarreal are in 18th with 15 points.
Who's last?
Huesca with 8.
Oh yeah, Huesca's killing Cardiff. Yo, Cardiff sucks. I don't know how Fulham's behind them, but that's a whole different
That's
debate.
another.
Um,
Uncle Claudio. Well, he'll bring him back.
but yeah, we need to bring Jimmy on because Jimmy, honestly, Bayern look like they're heading in the right direction. I feel like the international or the winter break comes at the wrong time. Obviously, they get to bring back players. If that's the case, they get to rest. Ribery's killing it. Thiago, I feel like, based on what they're doing and how they're playing, he's so key. And I said it last week, and I'm saying it again this week. He just gives them that control in midfield. He dictates everything, and they miss that. And Ribery's taking the onus on scoring goals when Lewandowski isn't.
It really just depends on what they can get still from those 2 guys.
Yeah.
If they could still
If they could
muster something out of Ribery and Robin on a week-to-week or even bi-weekly process, then they're going to get back into the race.
Mm-hmm. Even Muller looks a bit better. Pause.
Well, it was time. You can't go 4 months having the beginning of the season that they did. And
Even Jerome looked good. But you want to know the thing about Jerome? Jerome they got to play a deeper line for Jerome to excel.
Yes.
But the Sula, we saw that midweek when they narrowly got by Leipzig. Sula Hummels is much better.
yeah, Sula still has those legs.
Yeah. Sula's a problem.
Yeah, he's next in line. They just need somebody.
Yeah.
I
next to him.
want to know where Davies fits in.
Probably, especially with getting everybody back now, I don't really see him playing a part other than in Pokal games.
Because even Coleman is
coming.
Coleman
back.
has changed something. Thiago's changed something. Javi Martinez there.
Gnabry is playing well.
Base.
Yeah. Do they loan him out?
No, I don't think they should.
Play him in the cup games?
I think
keep
it's
him
just
around.
more important to him being around players of that caliber.
Exactly. And I think he could still, obviously not week in, week out, but I think he could still feature at some point.
There's still 5 months left of the season.
Yeah.
We don't know who's going to get hurt.
No.
Right?
That's why I'm asking. You know, the January transfer window is open, but I hope they don't loan him.
Lucas Hernandez.
Yeah.
That little rumor.
Yes.
That helps them too.
Does he play wide left or does he play maybe next to Sula?
He plays somewhere. For real. He plays
Is that official?
It's not.
Apparently, it's very close.
Dad, you know I hate the January transfer window, and I'm not.
I know, that's why.
I'm not killing you.
Until Buddy sees a picture with
until I see him with
the contract.
with Uli and Carl or whoever's running that ship now. Jimmy would correct me if I'm wrong. That's when I believe it. But they're going back and forth, and it seems like it's going to be official. And apparently, it seems like he wants to go.
Good.
And I feel like he could play anywhere. Just throw him out there.
It's a good piece of business by Bayern if that gets through.
Yeah, get the bag done quick. Dortmund
They
lost.
They slipped.
To
They
do
slip, and then they win.
Shout out to Luke Bacchio. Real one. Real one. Shows you that you could be limited with just speed and still play a factor.
Yeah.
Scored against Bayern, scored against Dortmund. Dusseldorf aren't that great, but he's making a name for himself.
Good for him.
Shout out to Speed.
Yeah.
Speed kills.
Yeah. Shout out to Speed. Whoa. We could take that so many different levels.
Kids, no.
And then who they beat? They beat Gladbach. Yeah. Dortmund didn't really show up.
Yeah. Which is Gladbach.
But with Dortmund, it's the same thing.
Royce or nothing.
And I don't want to say that every week, but like they don't.
But it's true.
He just influences so much.
But they
of
don't
their
give
game.
us anything
Because
to.
Paco doesn't influence the build up. He's just there and finishes.
Mhm.
He got hurt, so he went off. But
And that's why I think Spurs are going to bounce them.
I don't know. To me, it depends on who shows up on that day. 'Cause
Yeah.
that attack, Sancho is still ridiculous. Guerreiro or whoever else plays on that opposite side could still influence a game.
Hold on.
I just think-
Hold on. Is Sancho really that ridiculous?
He's proving to be.
Serious question.
He's done it for 4 months now. It's not just a blip.
I know the English folks are riding the wave. because they have to.
He's one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, well, of
It's one
course.
of our
That's
own.
what the English media is going to do.
But
But he's done it for 4 months in a league that isn't the English league at a top side who's competing for a title race. So you have to give him some credit.
You think that's more system based? I'm
I don't think it's solely system based because they've given the chance to Guerrero, they've given a chance to Larson, they've given a chance to Wolf, and nobody's performed what he's done.
Yo, look. Yo, seriously, Wolf and Larson and Brun
Hey,
Larson.
that's what they got to work with. That's what they have.
You got to see what, like Fab said, they have what Pulisic hasn't been great this year.
He's taken the chance and he's running with it.
Mhm.
He gets credit for doing that at least.
I don't know. I'm not convinced with the Sancho thing.
I'm not saying he's going to be a world beater, but I'm saying he's having a good season that can't be neglected.
Yeah.
That's
You're
all I'm
right.
saying.
You're right. I'm not gonna fight you. I don't want
I
that.
feel like you do.
I don't want that smoke. I just wanna be able to say more about Dortmund and have that discussion.
Well, I think Dusseldorf gave you a look of what teams should do, and what I've been screaming for somebody to do is just sit on Delaney and Weigl or Witzel and let them not dictate the game. Let the center backs dictate the game. And when they did that, they didn't know what to do because they still don't have somebody that. Yeah, Royce gets into good positions, but they still don't have a creative midfielder.
And that's why I know, obviously, that is one of the ties where I could now, unless Spurs get like hit with injuries, I have more confidence in saying that Spurs have a great chance of getting through that. And I don't know if it'll be as close as
people say.
Yeah.
I still think that.
Obviously, it's early. I know.
No. I wasn't going to say early. I was going to say you have to be so disciplined in playing Dortmund that if you switch off for one transition, they hit you.
Yeah.
And I think that's where at times, like watching Davinson pass his way out of the back.
Yeah.
That first goal was his mistake.
Yep.
So I could see them being hit off a chance. I know Davinson's not going to be the one playing.
I don't even like what he did for the second goal.
But that's my point is that when you play Dortmund, those are the moments where you can't switch off. They're going to kill you every chance they get.
You know, one of these podcasts, we're going to do a live with Aaron West. We're
gonna invite him on.
We're gonna live video him, but I want to hear what he has to say about Davinson.
He's too big for us. He's big time.
No, he's not. don't let him fool you. You guys, don't let him fool you. He'll come on. Ain't no one else asking for his presence.
Just us.
No, because he said a lot of words about Davinson.
He was very adamant.
Very he was willing to fight me to the grave.
Davinson's only playing because there's 3 games in 7 days.
Like if he wanted to go for it, he would go for Davinson. Pause.
Yeah, he might.
I wouldn't go against Davinson like that, but he was ready to go.
You wouldn't take a punch for Davinson?
No, I would not.
No, but Aaron would.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, I know.
I just think that against Dortmund, you have to be extremely disciplined for 90, in this case, 180 minutes. And I'm not sure Spurs can be that disciplined for the complete length of the tie.
No, that's fair. That's
the same way they were very good against Juventus.
Yeah.
But those 20 minutes where they switched off, and I think Dortmund can do that in waves to be at that stretch.
Hold on. The InnerViews Podcast, the host Tyrrell is on. How can I help you? We're live and direct. It's the InnerViews Podcast. Watch what you say what you watch. What's your beef? This is going to be live. Like, you're going to be on YouTube.
What did you think about the games this weekend?
We got Dan's sisters here, so I was like, might as well pick up my sister's call and see what soccer knowledge she could hit us with. Not much. Okay, well,
relationship advice? Hang on.
Oh, Fabs is hitting you with the gunshots. He thinks that you're talking that talk. Look at you. Whoa. No profanity on this podcast. You have a nice day. Bye. Young folks these days. Ridiculous. So yeah, Laura, that's basically what we're trying to get to. The fact that we want to talk about Dortmund. Dan has nothing to say. Fabs has nothing to say. I really have nothing to say.
Dan has places to be. We got to wrap this up.
People want to talk about the Bundesliga, so we can't really talk about it.
Jimmy will get to you.
Yeah, Jimmy, we'll have you on one day when Dan invites you. My team in the MLS have a new coach.
Hey, I was going to say.
I know Dan was going to say it, but it's my team.
Go ahead, say it.
So
Frank
my guys, with another star signing. We're back in business. We're going for the two-peat.
I'm letting that rock. I didn't even know they got a new coach.
Would Atlanta go like...
Tells you how much I care.
Would Atlanta go like 4 for 27 this season?
They pull a TFC and
Yeah.
get bounced out of everything.
They're going to do 10 times worse. Don't worry. Guys, anything else?
No.
Porto's still top of...
Sporting lost, so that means Porto's lead gets stretched a little bit.
Hey.
Yeah. But I
It's
asked
okay,
if
Laura.
Porto's top of the table.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. That's all that matters.
Winter champions.
If you're happy, I'm happy. Anything else? Nope. That's it. Dan's got to go be festive.
Yeah.
And you look like you're dressed to be festive.
Hey, I got nowhere to be after this. Where are we going?
Sleep. Pause.
Not next to you, buddy. Sorry.
Well, with that being said, if Fabs has nothing to say and Dan and Laura have to be festive, this was episode number 51 of the InnerViews Podcast. I tried to get into my bag, but they wouldn't allow me to talk bad about Manchester United. So I'll revert to Twitter for that and YouTube. If you want to find us or if you want to hear more about this podcast, you can find us on Spotify, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, and iTunes. And if you have an Android device, whatever Android app you use, we upload videos every day and we upload the podcast on YouTube. That took forever, but we got it done. YouTube.com/theinnerviews. You can find us on Facebook. You can like and follow and like the Facebook.com/theinnerviews as well. Twitter and Instagram, the InnerViews TV. Shout out to all the listeners. Shout out to all the subscribers. Shout out to all the likers and followers. Shout out to everyone getting in their festive bag. Do it for me because I'm not doing it. You know what? I'm going to be the most festive person on the 25th, even though I'm working. But today I'm not in that mood. With that being said...
Hang on. Merry Christmas to those who have made it to the end of this.
I was just going to
podcast.
say.
Yeah, so you want to be festive and you're not going to wish anybody a Merry Christmas?
No. Shout out to Laura for sticking through this entire podcast without trying to strangle any of us or killing her brother for trying to kill Roma, which she had no right to do because they already lost this weekend and he had to chill. But
we'll be on the lookout for her relationship podcast.
Yeah,
I want to be the first guest on that one.
Coming soon. I'm gonna hit her with all the facts and all the smoke at some point. Not today. But with that being said, since no one else has anything to say, it's your guy Tyrrell.
It's Fab.
Dan.
Laura.
Hi.
And it's Laura. We're out.